Have you ever wondered how to effectively manage your finances? The journey to financial success and long-term stability begins with two key elements: budgeting and saving. Understanding your finances is not about depriving yourself of everything you love, but about making informed decisions. It is about knowing where your money goes, controlling how much you spend, and planning how much you save. It is about being in control, not letting your money control you. Budgeting is your roadmap to financial success. It's a tool that helps you navigate your way to your financial goals, whether that's buying a house, starting a business, or planning for retirement. Saving, on the other hand, is the fuel that powers your journey. It's setting aside a part of your income for future use. It's building your wealth one step at a time. So, are you ready to take control of your money? Let's dive in. Get to know your finances. To start on this journey towards financial success, you need to understand where your money is coming from and where it's going. It's like mapping out a journey. You need to know your starting point before you can plan your route. Let's begin with your income. It could be from your job, a side hustle, or maybe an investment. It's essential to identify all sources of income because, believe it or not, every penny counts. Once you've determined your total monthly income, you can then start to look at your expenses. Now, expenses can be a little trickier to track, but it's equally significant. Expenses can be divided into two main categories: fixed and variable. Fixed expenses are those that remain relatively consistent each month, like rent or a car payment. Variable expenses, on the other hand, can fluctuate from month to month. These could include groceries, dining out, or fuel expenses. One simple but effective method to track your expenses is to keep a record for at least 1 month. You'd be surprised how those small purchases can add up over time. This could be as simple as jotting down what you spend in a notebook or using a budgeting app. The goal here is to get a clear and honest picture of your financial situation. At the end of the month, compare your income against your expenses. This will give you an insight into whether you're living within your means or if you're spending more than you're earning. If it's the latter, don't panic. That's why we're here. Understanding this is the first step towards making positive changes. Lastly, don't forget about your financial goals. Maybe you're looking to pay off student loans, save for a house, or build an emergency fund. Whatever your goals may be, keep them in mind, as they will guide your budgeting and saving decisions. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you know about your finances, the better decisions you can make. So take the time to understand your finances. It may seem daunting at first, but it's an essential step towards achieving financial stability and success. Now that you have a clear picture of your finances, it's time to create a budget. Just as an architect wouldn't start building without a blueprint, you shouldn't start spending without a budget. Consider budgeting as your financial blueprint, designed to guide your spending decisions. Now, you may ask, what exactly is a budget? Well, in essence, a budget is a simple, organized breakdown of your income and expenses. It provides a clear view of where your money is coming from, where it's going, and most importantly, how much is left at the end of the month for savings or other financial goals. Creating a budget can be as simple as setting up a spreadsheet or using a budgeting app. The key here is to ensure that you're accurately listing your income and expenses. As for income, include all sources, whether it's your salary, dividends from investments, or even that side gig you've been doing. Next, let's talk about expenses. This is where things get a bit tricky. To manage this, try categorizing your expenses into different buckets such as housing, transportation, groceries, utilities, and entertainment. Don't forget to include a category for savings, as it's always a good idea to pay yourself first. Now, it's time for some math. Subtract your total expenses from your total income. If you end up with a positive number, congratulations, you're living within your means. However, if the number is negative, don't panic. This is where the budgeting process truly shines. It gives you the opportunity to reassess your spending habits and make necessary adjustments. Perhaps you're spending too much on dining out, or maybe those online shopping sprees are eating into your budget. The beauty of budgeting is it provides a clear picture of where you can cut back and reallocate funds to areas that matter most to you. Remember, a budget isn't set in stone. It's a flexible tool that should adapt to your changing life circumstances. So, don't be afraid to tweak it as needed. A budget is your financial roadmap. It guides your spending and helps you reach your financial goals. So, take the time today to create your budget and start steering your finances in the right direction. Setting financial goals is the next step towards financial success. In our financial journey, it's not enough to merely earn and spend. We must also strive to save and grow our wealth, and this is where setting financial goals comes into play. Now, when we say financial goals, we're not talking about vague aspirations like, I want to be rich. We're talking about SMART goals. What's a SMART goal, you ask? Well, SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's break that down. Specific means your goal should be clear and well-defined. Instead of saying, I want to save money, say I want to save $10,000. Measurable means you should be able to track your progress. If you're saving up for a car, for instance, you can measure your progress by how much closer you are to the car's price. Achievable means your goal should be realistic. It's great to aim high, but remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Don't set yourself up for failure by setting a goal that's out of your reach. Relevant means your goal should align with your broader financial plan. If you're trying to pay off debt, for example, it doesn't make sense to set a goal of taking a luxury vacation. And finally, time-bound. This means your goal should have a deadline, whether it's 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years. Having a finish line in sight can be a powerful motivator. Once you've set your SMART goals, the next step is to prioritize them. This is where you'll need to distinguish between needs and wants. Needs might include things like building an emergency fund or paying off high-interest debt. Wants could be things like saving for a vacation or buying a new gadget. It's important to strike a balance between the two, ensuring you're meeting your needs while also setting aside something for your wants. Remember, a goal without a plan is just a wish, so set your goals and plan to achieve them. After all, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that step is setting your financial goals. Your budget is not set in stone. It needs monitoring and adjustments. Just like a sailor adjusting sails to the changing wind, you need to keep an eye on your budget and make necessary tweaks to stay on course. Reviewing your budget regularly is vital to ensure it's still working for you. Consider this. You've been diligently following your budget for a month or two when suddenly an unexpected expense pops up. Maybe your car breaks down, or perhaps your utility bill is higher than usual. When life throws you a curveball, it's okay to adjust your budget. In fact, it's encouraged. So, how do you track and adjust? Well, start by monitoring your spending. Keep a record of every purchase, no matter how small. At the end of the month, compare your actual spending to your budget. This will give you a clear picture of where your money is going and if you're overspending in any area. If you find that you're consistently going over budget in a certain category, it's time to make a change. You can either cut back on your spending in that area or reallocate funds from another category. Remember, the goal is not to restrict yourself, but to make your money work for you. Keep in mind, a budget is a living document. It evolves with your needs and financial situation. So, don't be afraid to make changes. After all, it's your budget and it should serve you, not the other way around. Let's make saving easier with automation. You see, one of the most effective ways to save is to make it automatic. Think of it as outsourcing your discipline. By setting up automatic transfers from your checking account to a savings or retirement account, you're ensuring that a portion of your income goes straight into savings each month. It's almost like you won't even see it, making it less tempting to spend. The beauty of this method is in its simplicity. Most banks offer automatic transfers, and you can usually choose the amount and frequency that suits you best. Start with a small amount you won't even notice, and gradually increase it as you get comfortable. This way, you're not only saving consistently, but you're also taking advantage of the power of compound interest over time. And before you know it, you'll have a substantial nest egg. Remember, every little bit counts. Start small and watch your savings grow. Congratulations! You've just taken a big step towards financial success. We've navigated the importance of assessing finances, creating a budget, setting financial goals, keeping track, and making necessary adjustments. We've also highlighted the magic of automating savings. Remember, the journey to financial success is not a sprint, but a marathon. It's a consistent, steady process. Every step you take is progress. Now, it's time to take action. Start today and watch your financial success unfold. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe to the channel.